When I wake up at night, I gotta know the time. Can I sleep some more? Out of bed I climb. Check throughout my work day, counting down to lunch. Looking at my wrist all day, checking the time a bunch. It's not just about the time, it's part of my identity. The character of the design, exhibiting my complexity. The colors, my mood, rushed out the house without it, I'm screwed. Without my watch, feel nude. It's part of my life, it's who I am. I'm a big time watch lover, a huge ass fan. I know my phone has a clock, but I don't care. My phone lacks the flair. My watch shows my personality, my individuality. My interest in love, I keep buying more to satisfy my urges. I can't stop collecting, overspending splurges. Emptying the bank, now I got too many payments on several services.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Spotlight Watch Review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the RGMT Watch's Defender Automatic Limited Edition in the forged carbon case. This is going to be a really unique watch in the RGMT collection, and honestly, fairly unique in my catalog of reviews here, because this one does something that none of the others do. And that's glow in the dark, well, for the case construction. That's something we haven't seen before here on my channel, and I think that's pretty darn cool. Now, for me, it was all about the forged carbon case, because forged carbon is going to be extraordinarily tough and extremely lightweight. But what you've got is that, along with a stainless steel bezel, sapphire crystal, and a buttload of lume. This thing glows like crazy. And that's why you want this watch, because of all the goodies that they just threw at it for such a low price. And that low price is $420. Right now they're $420 on their website direct. I think they're running some sort of sale. I'm not sure, but you can go to the RGMT Watches website and go check it out for yourself. Now, I love the very simple three-hand automatic dial layout here. It's just the hours, minutes, and seconds, large military-styled Arabic numerals, nice contrasting chapter ring with a minute scale. It's got everything that I need, with a date cleverly hidden at the 3 o'clock position. And I say hidden only because it has the matching finish to the dial. So your calendar disc is black with the white text, which I like. I like having that reverse or dark mode, if you will, on the calendar. Now, what you're getting into here is a 43 millimeter case, which I feel is the perfect case size. And since it weighs pretty much nothing, it's almost like you don't even have it on. It's kind of crazy. So here's how that 43 millimeter case sits on my wrist. For me, it is literally perfect, like it was made for me. This is my comfort zone, 42 to 44 millimeter. I've still got plenty of strap left here, so I have enough left to tuck into the keepers. Overall, handsome look, I think. Now, for those who don't know, RGMT, which if you prefer, you can speak out loud as regiment, because they really are playing heavily on the wording there. And they are watches that are built with a military kind of tactical vibe. That's what they've got going on here. They're known for chunky tool watches that scream, "I'm ready for action," even if the most action you've seen this week was microwaving a Hot Pocket at 2 a.m. while playing video games with your little friends. Limited edition means that it's not just a limited production, like, oh, maybe we'll just make a few hundred this year and a few hundred next year. They're individually numbered. So when it sells out, the only way to get one is by trading a kidney on eBay. There are 50 made of each variation, in this watch. So obviously they're not going to last very long. I know a few of them have already sold out. But there's a lot of value here. Again, a forged carbon case. There's that forged carbon. Now, for those who don't know, it is not carbon fiber. It's because it's a different process. Carbon fiber would be a weave of the carbon material in a fibrous, in a fabric laid out, and then it's pressed with these industrial grade epoxies. That's how you make carbon fiber. Forged carbon, however, is different. They're usually slivers or chunks. It's not one long, you could call it screen of fabric. It's a bunch of chunks that's basically being recycled. And they take that and they forge it under high pressure into a solid piece. So it is forged. It is carbon, but it's not carbon fiber because there are no fibers. So to call it a carbon fiber case would be incorrect. When somebody says forged carbon fiber, that's also incorrect. So now when you're talking about your new watch and telling a buddy, you'll sound much more educated than him when he goes, oh, what, carbon fiber? Nope, forged carbon. And here's the definition of that. Glad I could help. Also, you've got the sapphire crystal. So that means you don't really ever have to worry about scratching it or anything like that. It's going to have a very, very high scratch resistance, nearly that of a diamond. It ranks a 9 on the Mohs scale of hardness. So only something of equal or greater hardness can scratch it, which would be another sapphire or a diamond. But it can nick and shatter fairly easily. So there's always a trade-off between hardness and toughness. If you get more of one, you're going to get less of the other, and that's the trade-off. And a lot of people do not like a mineral crystal because they feel they're cheap. I like a mineral crystal personally because I'm more likely to bash my arm into something. Maybe as my arm is swinging as I'm walking, it's going to hit the corner of a marble table. I would much rather have the impact resistance of mineral than the scratch resistance of sapphire in almost every case that I can think of. Now the movement, okay, let's go there. Automatic Japanese movement. That's as specific as the brand feels like getting on their website for some reason. What's that mean? Well, that means it winds itself and it will keep running as long as you keep moving, or you can take it off. Oops, what am I doing? Sorry. You can take it off and manually wind it. All of that is entirely up to you. But if you're lazy, it stops. They can outlast you. It's not like a quartz watch, which at some point will just get thrown away. A mechanical automatic movement has the capability of always being repaired, always being tuned to keep better time, and can last forever. That is a wonderful thing in this world of disposable electronics and gadgets. And I mean, look at our phones, man. They introduce software. Every time they introduce a new phone model that they really want you to buy, they put in this operating system that you're forced to download if you want all the newest features on whatever phone. And that new software drains your battery much, much faster because you don't have the new and improved super battery of the brand new model they just introduced. So your phone begins running slower, you start hating it more and more, and you force yourself into just ponying up the money and buying a new phone. Refrigerators, everything. It's all planned obsolescence, and we can thank Steve Jobs for that. Not so with a mechanical timepiece. It can literally last forever with very minimal care. And that's probably the reason I like automatics more than quartz watches overall. Now, I've had this laid out here with a couple of different straps that do not come with the watch. I want to be very clear. These do not come with the watch. These are from my collection. But I wanted to see how much the personality of this watch changes with a simple strap swap. So I say, let's get to it.
Please like and subscribe.
All right, let's see if I can do this on camera. Looking around the camera as I do it. Popping one side off. Now, this is one of the few watches that this brand offers where you don't get additional straps, so they're not giving you quick release pins with that little nub on there. So you will have to do it with a tool, so keep that in mind. These are the quick release pins here. This is actually from one of my Spinnaker watches that I absolutely love to death. So let's see, this is kind of a pale orange. Your lug width here is 22 millimeters. And I do believe this strap is a 22 millimeter strap. I sure hope it is. Come on, find the hole, get in there. Yeah, sounds like a first date with me. All right, let's get in there. Pop it in. Yeah, it's a little bit more of a pale orange than the dial color is, but still pretty darn cool. And it would not be hard to find a nice diver's orange strap. Not at all. So you think that's a bit too much orange going on there? Need to balance it back out. We could go to black with a simple orange stripe. Quick release pin, quick release pin. The one thing I really wish that they had done was drilled lugs, because that makes your life a lot easier when you're swapping straps around. Now, I wouldn't go doing that a whole heck of a lot, because this, again, is forged carbon. This is not a stainless steel case with stainless steel lugs that are going to allow you to keep banging into it a lot with these metal spring bars. You know what? I like that a lot. I like that with the black and orange. I might just leave it like that for a while. I've been wearing it with the rubber strap now for weeks, because I really wanted to get to know this watch, because I kept looking at it going, it's very basic. There's not a lot going on. And because it's not made of stainless steel, it feels really lightweight. People think that things that feel lightweight feel kind of cheap. So I need to find out why this watch exists, why I want it, and why other people might want it. And for me, it really is about how lightweight it is. I've got a 300 meter professional grade diver here that weighs almost nothing on my wrist, particularly when it's on a nylon strap like this. I've got crazy lume, which I think we need to take a look at now. Okay, we ready? Showing you a flashlight right now that technically doesn't exist yet. They pulled production on it for a little bit. Now, let's see how that works out. And there we have it. Look at that. Now, you can still see parts of the case glowing a tiny little bit, but it literally lasts seconds. Do not buy this watch because you think that glow-in-the-dark effect in the fiber, in the carbon is cool, because it literally lasts for seconds and then disappears and you'll never see it again. You're buying it because you want a really cool, lightweight, full-sized, man-sized automatic timepiece with good lume, tough enough to handle pretty much anything you could throw at it, and a handsome, clean design. And I think that's exactly what you've got here. Now, I want to keep saying that it's super luminova, but it doesn't seem to last quite as long with vivid brightness. Now, at the beginning, when you first charge it up, super bright, just like super luminova, but it does begin to fade within a couple of seconds, but then it plateaus for a few minutes, and then it steps down incrementally. What are the exact increments? I don't know, man. I went to bed. So what I was doing was wearing this at night when I went to bed so I could get a good look at what it does throughout the night. I never once woke up and was unable to see the time. So for me, that's good enough. Is this new light? Is this Nemoto? I don't know. Whatever it is, it works pretty darn good, just not, it's not going to blow your mind. It's not Seiko Luma Bright. It's not Super Luminova. It's just not mind-blowing, but it's good. It will do the job exactly how you want to do it. And ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, it's time to end it on this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think if you're looking for a great everyday wear watch, this is that. There were plenty of days in the past few weeks where I got in a mood where I'm like, I don't want to put a lot of thought into the watch that I'm going to put on right now. Either I'm in a hurry on my way out the door, or I've had a super busy day, and I just don't want to think about it. So I always had this one out. I could pop this on the wrist, and I'd look at it and go, yep, perfect. That's great. That's all I need for today. It looks handsome. I'm out the door I go. Boom. So this is that good EDC watch for the days that you just don't have time to think. You can run out the door with this on your wrist, and you'll be super happy with it all day long. You'll know that it was a good choice. It's crazy comfortable, and it's going to pretty much handle anything that you could possibly throw at it. Crazy water resistance, great scratch resistance. What more could you ask for? Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you on the next video.